Hi everybody, and welcome to day 28 of ICAD, which stands for Index Card a Day. This card I am doing some more Distress Inks and Oxides, and I love this card. It didn't go exactly as I planned, the background, but I still love how it turned out. So the first color I'm going in with is Mustard Seed. And I just smush that onto the background. And that is just in regular Distress ink. And with more Distress ink, I'm going in with Carved Pumpkin. It may have been best for what I had wanted. It probably would have been better if I went in with my blending tools instead of doing it this way. But like I said, in the end, I love my card, so it doesn't really matter. So you can see here, like, it is very pale, and that is not what I wanted. I wanted it way more vibrant than that. So I get the same colors in the spray, and I just go over the same areas with the same colors but in the spray form. And then that's Distress spray stains, not the oxide sprays. So on the bottom portion, I wanted more blues, and I'm going in with Cracked Pistachio. And I go in trying that smush technique again, but I end up doing something different after. Like, I mean, this is still pretty. Like, I really like that, the way it looks right now, but it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted something more vibrant. So again, I'm taking my sprays. This time it's an oxide spray, and I'm going in on the bottom. And even when I dry this, it's still not enough for me. So I end up taking the pad, the ink pad, and just going directly onto the card with it. But I don't think I do that with the Cracked Pistachio. Oh, yes, I do. So that was all Cracked Pistachio in Distress Oxide. Now I am going in with Mermaid Lagoon. And again, it's oxide. See, I actually wanted to dab it again, but I'm trying to restrain myself from going too far, and I actually listened to myself. Well, the one side of myself, the other side was telling me to keep going. So now I'm going in with a little bit of candied apple, and that is an oxide. This one I had to restrain myself too, because this could have went wrong if I used too much. But I love the look of that candied apple against those colors. Just love it. Okay, stop. Okay. I went a little bit overboard with my stamping, and I got mad at myself when I did it. I'll tell you when I do it. So read that, because I'm not saying it. I haven't spoke French since high school, so you're on your own. And that is a Karabell stamp. And I'm using Mermaid Lagoon. Yep. And it didn't need to be pushed this hard. I just wanted to give the stamp, like the ink, time to like soak into the paper. And instead of inking again, I just wet the remainder ink that was on the stamp and just went in a couple more spots. Now, I was okay with the second time I pushed it down. The third time where I got more of that lettering, I wish I didn't do that part. But even in the end, that doesn't look so bad. It's this stamp that I go overboard with. And this is another Karabell stamp. Background with circles. Oh goodness. Background with circles. Carabelle is another one of my favorites. Love their stamps too. So for this one, I go in, I was just trying to choose which circle I wanted to ink up, and I'm going in with Candied Apple Distress Oxide. And I don't like how those two bigger circles are so close together. I wish I would have stamped more over to the left and up a bit, but it was done. But I did want to add a red circle stamp in another place because I didn't want it in just one spot. So I'm going to go in the upper right corner just to try to balance it out a little bit. So maybe it's not so much that I went overboard, I just didn't place it where I wanted it, which made it look like it was too much because it was too close together. No, maybe I did go overboard if I'm going in with more. Oh, I think I just didn't get it in the spot that I wanted. Yeah, I'm doing that upper right corner. So because those two big circles together are really bothering me, you see I'm trying to cover it up, I end up spraying it with water and just dabbing it a little. Just try to push it back a little more. I'm just heating everything with my heat tool, and I can't remember if I finished this all in one night or if it dried overnight before I went on with all the rest. I honestly can't remember. So this is an image from Mischief Circus, and I love this guy. I don't know what it is about him, but I don't know. He just makes me happy. And I'm going in with a quote that I'm pretty sure it's something I found on Instagram. And it reads, "Be careful when you follow the masses. Sometimes the M is silent." I like that one. And it's so true. So I kept the lettering simple, like I didn't go in with a bunch of different fonts, just pretty much did the same thing. And I'm not looking at anything and copying anything, I'm just I don't know, just playing with the letters and doing some long and some short, and I don't know, just fooling around. Once I have it written, I just go and thicken up some of the lines so it stands out a little more. And I'm doing more of the, like, one side of the letter, not the whole entire thing. And I decide to go in and do my favorite border, which is just drawing a couple lines around the card, and then the second time that I go around, I make sure that they intersect at some points, and you have spaces so you can do the whole checkered thing. I must be watching something because you can see I keep pausing. So I'm probably watching Netflix or Amazon Prime. I've been watching, I can't remember what it's called. I had to go look it up. It's called Damages. One of the main actresses in it is Glenn Close. It's an older show, probably 5-10 years ago. I actually never heard of it before, so I'm just watching it now. I had watched The Blacklist on Netflix and loved that. I was late to the game on that one too. I've completed that one. I really enjoyed that show. I tend to like the lawyers or investigators, the crime, mystery, like not the cheesy crime mystery stuff, but the criminal, police, lawyer, detective, all that kind of stuff. And I also like my happy stuff, my comedy. But there seems to be a lot more of the first thing than comedy. Good comedy, anyways. So that is it for day 28. I'm actually caught up. I just haven't been posting them on Instagram, and I'm not caught up with video editing or even taking pictures of them. So it would be nice to actually catch up on everything before this challenge ends. Wonder if that will happen. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.